Welcome to the stream. Oh, the music's really loud. I didn't realize that. Sorry, I'm gonna turn that down. Maybe a little more. Sort of flashing in and out of the game. Okay. Oh, to move something. There we go. We're back. Okay, so now I need to enable my plugins. Disabled them momentarily. Okay. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going after gold medals in Trackmania. I'm gonna close the Open Planet tab. Okay. And we are using the King Kong 2 Pro controller, which the more that I play with it, the more I think that its best use case is in a racing game, which is appropriate. Okay, so A and B are switched, it looks like right now. Anyway, let's get going. Let's get this party started. So we were on this map last time, and I got pretty close, it looks like, to getting gold. Ooh, too long of a release there. Gonna have to get a feel for this map again. It's coming back to me. Ah, shoot. I was doing pretty well for my first attempt since playing it last. Shoot, a little too wide. Oh, I'm wondering if this playlist is even shuffled. We'll find out soon enough, I guess. Cutting a little low. Oh. Slipping and sliding. That's not good. Shoot. Okay, this might take a little longer to get used to again than I thought. Also, I can barely hear the engine noises over the music. I should probably adjust that. For a beginner like me, the engine noises aren't super useful. Shoot. We're gonna keep going. We need a little more practice on this. Oh, couldn't skid there. Couldn't get into a slide. I don't think I was going fast enough. Come on. So I struggle wanting to make a review for this controller, simply because it's been out for so long. The 8BitDo one, it had been out for a couple months when I made the review, but this one's been out for like a year. So there have been plenty of reviews about it already, but I'm trying to figure out how I can add to the conversation. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about like contacting people that have had the controller for a year and seeing how it's held up. That way I can have something more to bring to the table. Because there are a few aspects of the controller that seem like they might wear down over time, that I want to know if it's common. Like the springs and the sticks getting off-centered, which, I mean, it's very possible. I just don't know how common it would be. Seems like one of the most likely breaking points of these magnetic sticks. Ooh. Clean, but oh, yeah. The setup for the next turn wasn't great. Here. It's fine. I did release though, so I think I'm gonna be pretty slow coming through here. Wow. It's coming back. It's coming back ever so slowly. Or it's going away. That first run was the best run that I've had so far. So maybe it is leaving me. Come on. I think you can full speed that section if you get the right angle. Shoot. I pressed brake for far too long. I forgot about that final turn, or close to final turn, where you have to round up over the wall ride. It's not good. I remember now that it was a problem. Got a lot of nostalgia for this song. Majora's Mask is such a good game. I'll figure this out. Okay, not bad. That jump was very bad. Amaterasu. TM is the world record here. That's the doggo from Okami. I don't actually know if it has the name Amaterasu has any other meaning. We gotta practice this wall ride anyway. Stay a little bit lower. Nope. Didn't stay low enough. Yeah, it looks like the playlist is not shuffled. Let's change that real quick. I think YouTube would make sure it's shuffled when you press the shuffle button. But I almost always have to toggle it back to shuffle. There we go. What? There we go. Okay. Now it's actually shuffled. Oh, shoot. There we go. Okay. And my muscle memory is gone. So instantaneously. It's unreal. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. I think I'm starting to understand the beginning part a little bit better than I was last time I was playing. Specifically the landing into that turn. Although I did it very poorly there. How did I lose so much speed in the beginning? Did I clip this jump? Definitely could have. Ooh. Didn't break for long enough. No, too sideways. I want a little bit of sideways, just a little taste of sideways. But nothing that crazy. Like this. Except not having to break would be nice. Compared to my PB. Did get me a lot more speed. Didn't really help my cause though. My cause being surviving the run. Did I just say Cosby in that sentence? Wasn't bad. Ooh, too wide. Too wide. No. What happened? What happened to all that beautiful driving I had on the first run? It wasn't all that beautiful, but it was better than whatever I've been doing. Part of me wonders if this full speed is meant to be full speed throughout this whole section. I don't think it can be later. Maybe it can be. The whole thing, like, I mean, you have to brake here, right? There's no way like you could trigger a slide that could get you to survive that. clipped it, I think. But I was still doing okay. So, maybe I have more leeway than I thought. Oh, I touched one of the poles. Oh, nice. A good improvement. So close to gold, too. Dang it all. What happened to the music? There we go. Oh. Don't do this to me, game. Why are there so many light posts? Good line. So maybe I can hold this. No. I dropped it. As if it were hot. As it were. Okay. Ooh. PB had a lot more speed there. Dang it. I could have had it. Ah. I was almost too sideways, but I didn't get like the biggest slowdown from that. Ooh. Tasty, tasty lines we got going here. I had to release a lot there, and it didn't even make the turn. Gotta hold that brake a little bit longer. Remember this song being in my playlist. Seems like YouTube may have done the thing where it just leaves the playlist behind. Oh, too wide. If I can cut that corner a little bit tighter, it'll give me a cleaner line. Yeah, that jump is not the play. I think my ending was okay in my PB. I got passed by my previous PB towards the end though, and then took it back. So the very end is great. My main goal here, by getting these gold medals, is to learn some consistency. I'd love to be consistent at something. A whole 3/10 ahead. Ah, I couldn't slide. Whole 3/10 ahead and lost it all. To be honest, I'm not even sure I got far ahead. That was crazy. Ooh. Oh. Didn't duck in fast enough. Ooh, that was a good angle. I had to release too many times. This is a fun map, thankfully. I'm glad it's not one that sucks and I'm stuck on it. I think this map is not bad. Need to save as much speed in the front section as I can. There we go. It's much better. Lots of braking, a slight release. Keep the slide going. Oh, we preserved a lot less speed than I would have hoped. He's ahead by a bit. Ah! Not a bad line, but I did break a lot there, so we're going to be behind a bit. I really like being able to see my speed. That's a really nice plugin. The checkpoint speed difference. Starting this evening, I might actually be doing some animation for a video. Also to get myself to do some animation because it's been too long. I'm kind of excited. I just haven't set enough time aside to do animation. Kind of gotten sucked into reading books again, which is great. But it also means that my other projects have to, you know, I have to cut back somewhere. Ooh. Come on, no. No. I had a little bit more speed there than I was used to, and I just didn't know how to control it. Can really screw yourself up in the start here. Can't imagine playing this in ranked at my level. Everybody would be wrecking every round. It'd be crazy. No. Oh. Bad line. Bad lines. Ooh, okay. I thought that I was gonna hit a pole there, but I somehow managed not to, but I hit a sign I've never hit before. I guess I shouldn't say that. It's likely I hit it the last time playing this map. With how many times I've played this map, I probably hit almost every single one of these signs. I only need to save 65 100ths. Or thousands, 65,000 subs. It's off by a decimal point. I was doing so well too. Could have been better. Could have been much better. Oh, barely even making that gap. That's how slow I was going. I was so far behind. I kind of, my eyes glazed over for a second and I missed this first turn, second turn, this one. I missed this one. I just really want to get past this map. I want to see what the next one is. Like I said before, thank goodness this isn't a map that I outright hate. Or else this would be a lot more painful. Okay, there we go. We're gonna be a little bit slower here. We can make that up here if we get this right. It was going so well too. I threw it all away. Sometimes I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know. Time is a valuable thing. Something like that. Maybe. A little off base. I haven't heard that song in ages. Whoa, okay. I'm surprised that we didn't hit anything there. Bit of a miracle, that. What is happening? Probably gonna get past here again, because I had some insane speed there. I'll get a little finish in. If I knew any finish, I would spit it out right now. But I know no finish. I've always been curious what each country calls themselves in their own language. I need to look up Finland and see what they call themselves. Always makes me wonder where the names that other languages use for other countries actually come from. I understand some of the countries' names are like difficult to pronounce in English, but I think it'd be cool if we actually just used the names that the natives of those countries called them, instead of coming up with their own weird names. I get it, Siervig, or however you pronounce it for Sweden. A little hard to pronounce in English, but wide. That would have been it too. I should have taken it a little slower. I had a little bit of leeway. Okay. Uh-oh. Or for example, like Japan, which I think they call Nihon? Nihon? Something like that. I mean, that's not hard to pronounce. Also, the name United States of America is too big of a mouthful. Like the United Arab Emirates, or let's see, what other countries have long names? Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, United States of America is such a mouthful that the shorthand for people from the US is Americans. Just hilarious. I mean, we got a bunch of other countries on these continents, the Americas, but none of them have as annoying a name to say as the United States of America. So we get the American moniker. Makes me wonder if the founding fathers were intending to eventually take the entirety of the American continent or continents. Which is very possible. You gotta manifest that destiny, as they say. Gosh. gotta say, one of my favorite things about this controller is the frictionless ring around the stick. It feels so smooth. Not the best lines these last few times. I'm losing it. Come on. I'm gonna lose so much time here. Bouncy landing. I wouldn't recommend it. It's pretty slow. Ooh, okay, a little bit of airtime there. A little bit more airtime there. But we did make that turn okay, so can I complain? No, I don't think so. Oh, come on. No. Terrible landings. Hey, Sleepy. I'm doing pretty good. What about you? Just getting back into Trackmania. I had a craving. And I'm still on this dang map that I was on last time I played. Oh man. Oh no. Usually if the answer of how are you doing is complicated. Oh, running off of 3 hours of sleep. Sorry about that. That's not fun. Was that Jacob's fault? It's probably Jacob's fault, since you were up watching the stream last night. Other than that, I'm good. Hey, I've had sleep issues for a long time. I know how it feels. No, I couldn't sleep anyways. That's not good. I have the same issue. I was hoping to have it solved by now, but the dieting did help. But as soon as I was off those diets, it was straight back to being bad sleep. So yeah, sleep is underrated by most people. Came back from a 3-hour drive as well. Oof. Yeah. That's even more exhausting. No sleep and then driving a long ways, that'll wreck you. Sometimes literally, unfortunately, but come on. Nope. I'm not too far behind. I have to release there though to survive that jump. There we go, that's a better landing angle. And I flubbed it. at the perfect opportunity, and I just let him slip between my fingers. Okay, that was also a good landing angle. And I hit the pole again. Man, somebody needs to remove that. Okay, I thought that was too far of a turn in the air, but it ended up being okay. Oh no. Almost too sideways there. It'd slow me down a bit. Okay. Minus 34 speed somehow? That's crazy. I woke up in the morning at 8 a.m. I totally thought it was 8 p.m. I was like, wait, why is the sun going down? I've had that happen. I've had that happen too. And the rare occasion I do take naps, it usually ends in me waking up and being like, wait, what the heck? What day is it? Naps are dangerous for me. I always feel terrible after taking them, no matter how short they are. Such a long release. You thought your schedule was getting better. Yeah. I felt that at times, and then it always slips right back to sucking. Someday we'll have our schedules lined up. It'll be good. We'll be able to sleep and everything. Our circadian rhythm will be, you know, perfect. Actually being able to sleep at the right time. That'd be super nice. Holy cow. It's been years. It's been so many years since I had a consistent sleep pattern. Of sleep, I should say. My sleep pattern is it is dang consistent nowadays. It consists of no sleep. Maybe the most consistent sleep pattern I've ever had. Okay, not bad. I did have a lot less speed though. Making it through the checkpoint would be a good idea. I'll try it next time, I think. Come on. No, no. Dang ghost. The name Sleepy Octo will live on forever. Yeah, I mean, if it fits. I mean, I hope that you're not sleepy forever, but, you know, as long as you are, it's a good name. And I really need to just move on to the next map. I'm so insanely close to getting gold here, though. It's a great turn, except for the falling out of it part. Dang it. If only there was just a little bit more room on that curve, that'd be really nice. Oh, two sideways. Got a huge slowdown there. We can avoid. Oh. That wasn't the worst. Had to try to cut the corner. Make up time somewhere. It's the only way to make it work. Oh, okay. Oh. Car really hooked to that checkpoint and just flipped. It's impressive. How did I survive that turn? I just slowed down there a lot. Oh, that was such a good run. And then I let that slowdown get in my head. Now my brain is slow. It's really funny. Over the past week or so, I've been getting recommended a ton of YouTube videos about different math principles that I've learned over the years. And I watch them because I'm like, God, how much do I remember actually about this specific math concept? Turns out I don't remember much. But it feels good to refresh on them. But I usually don't watch the whole thing. But either way, YouTube has decided that I really like the videos. So now, like, my feed is turned into a storm of math, which isn't so great. Passing curiosity on whether or not I remember a concept doesn't constitute a whole feed being math. I'll have to slowly work it out of the feed. Slowly but surely. There have been a lot of like a lot of stuff that I use in electronics have been showing up in my feed, like different transforms and stuff, and yeah, it's I don't know. Watching the videos also reminded me how much I hated a lot of those math classes. Holy cow. So glad I'm through with school. I'd be shocked if I ever ended up being like, ooh, I really want my master's since I have a job. I don't think there would ever be a time where I'd think to myself, I want to go back into that mess. Especially with how much I've forgotten. I can't imagine how torturous that would be. Like, okay, now just apply it. Your Laplace transforms that you guys all have memorized. Like, I don't know. I can't remember any of them. Differential equations was years ago. Though I have heard, which this may seem backwards, but it makes a little bit of sense. I've heard that a master's degree in like engineering isn't always more difficult than the bachelor's. If you go straight into it, I've heard that it's not nearly as painful as the bachelor's, which is surprising. I think they like to throw a lot of courses at you that are weeder courses to try to get as many people out as they can. So that's what it feels like. Calc 2 is that way, but that's not just an engineering course. That made a lot of people think that they hate math, but Calc 2 math just sucks, so... That was one of the funniest things, was like Calc 1 felt so easy when I took it in university. I thought, wow, I just breezed through it. All the concepts came to me pretty easily. And then I had a particularly awful teacher for Calc 2. But it was a brutal class. But then you get to Calc 3 and it's just Calc 1 in 3 dimensions, which is so much easier than Calc 2. Now, if they found a way to apply Calc 2 in 3 dimensions, I imagine that would be a torturous class, Calc 4. But I was a little shocked how much easier Calc 3 was than Calc 2. It could have been a teacher thing too. Teachers really do set the pace. Oh. Jeez, and I struggle with English. Can't imagine that level of math. It's funky. There's some really cool concepts that are fascinating. At least in my mind. I have an engineering brain though, so I mean, to a lot of people it's probably boring as heck, but I don't know. Some of them are interesting. Like the application of imaginary numbers. I thought that imaginary numbers were the weirdest concept, and it's like this has no real world application, right? Because you call them imaginary numbers, surely. But come to find out, it's in electrical circuits where they matter. And they suck to deal with at points, but I mean, it's just crazy that you can get real world applications out of square roots and negatives, which it's not real, and yet it affects everything. So weird. No! I lost so much speed. I do think it's kind of messed up that in, you know, like K through 12, they don't tell you what any of the math is used for. They're just like, hey, just do this. Most of the teachers don't know what the math is used for. So when you get to imaginary numbers and you're like, but they're imaginary. Well, it's not the best name for them. Like, bit of a misnomer. They're not real numbers, but also the term real numbers is also a bit misleading. Anyway, I think it really, it would help a lot to have some more context. Some do. I remember learning real world problems. Yeah. But the thing is, like, a lot of the concepts that they kind of just throw at you, they're like, oh, I don't know. You'll use this if you're an engineer or something, maybe. Not sure what it's used for, but something. Dang it. Ugh. Buckled down to focus for a second. Still failed it. So much slower here. Or not. Oh, that skid did it. Dang it all. I screwed up. Could have had it too. Like, I remember in junior high or high school, probably high school, where they introduced like factorials and summations sort of tangentially. Like, what do we use these for, though? I think it's a lot of the later math that I have complaints with it being almost abstract to a lot of kids, and nobody knowing for sure like what it's used for kind of makes it a lot less interesting. No, that sign is a killer. A lot of the math too, they use example problems that are physics based, stuff that you'll never ever use unless you go into like mechanical or civil engineering. But those are like their go-to problems where you're like, oh, you throw a ball, it's got a parabolic path. Now use your knowledge of parabolas to solve this equation, you know, stuff like that. Which is kind of funny because I just don't see myself using that in day-to-day life. Let alone in my degree, to be honest. Mine is not a very physical field. Mostly software. One of the worst things about being a computer engineer too, this is something that I find really funny. People look at me and they're like, oh, so you're like a really good IT guy. I'm like, no. All the stuff I studied in school doesn't help me with IT stuff. The only reason I know how to troubleshoot anything is just because I've used computers for so long. It had nothing to do with my degree. You actually took an IT class? Nice. I think that's more practically useful than a lot of courses dealing with computers. Just finished finals for it too. Heck yeah, you're free. Make the turn. Make this turn too, please. Nope. Yes, sir. Heck yeah. Oh, it always feels so good when you're finished with courses. I remember that was probably like some of the most euphoric feelings I've had were after leaving the testing centers of like after taking finals for all my university courses. It felt so nice to be done. I was actually, the only math class I was sad that it was over was discrete math, which is the funniest name for a math class. User discretion is advised. But it was just kind of fun. It was a fun class because it dealt with a lot of... Wait, discrete? Yeah, discrete math. It's a thing. I love the class though. It was a lot of fun. And unfortunately, so like, I hated proofs in junior high and high school. They sucked. Proofs were the worst. The few times I had to write them then. And then I got into discrete math and I found the proofs that we had to write fascinating. Like, they would basically give you a puzzle and say, hey, solve this puzzle. And usually the puzzle wasn't too complicated. And then they say, write a proof for the way that you solve the puzzle and explain why it's the only way to solve the puzzle. And write a proof, you know, proving that it is the only way. It was very interesting. I like puzzles, so it ended up being a fun class. I kept some of the proofs that I wrote in that class. I was so proud of them. Probably the only piece of like written school material I've kept. All the rest is just gone in the trash. Sorry, recycling. I would never Never waste paper like that. Like, I remember one of the problems that jumps out at me is it was a variation of the game like Dots and Boxes, where you take turns drawing lines and trying to form boxes with another player. And we had to come up with a solution, basically solve the game, where if you went first, you could win every time. And then we had to write a proof explaining why it worked. And why it worked every single time. Which is kind of cool. It works because you go first. Yeah, but getting a guaranteed win every time takes a very specific strategy. You have to explain why that strategy works every time. And you would think, yes, you would say it's as simple as saying, because you go first. But I wrote a 7-page proof on that one. It's a lot more complicated than you think. But it's also, it's really funny. It's really funny that something I hadn't thought about at all was that a lot of mathematical concepts that we learn and we accept as truth are still theories. Like Pythagorean's theorem, it's a theory that it works every time. We know that it works every time, but there's no proof for it yet. There's no, like, collegiately accepted proof for why Pythagorean's theorem works, which is why it's still a theorem. Trying to swing to the outside of that turn, but that you can't make that gap without slowing way down, I don't think. So I need to go much wider on that approach. I'll be able to make it. Ugh. One thing did feel like a little bit of a cheat code when working through those proofs, though, was that a lot of the testing for, like prime number calculations and all sorts of stuff that we had to do could be done with code, which was super nice for all of us that knew coding. And we had a bit of an advantage as a result. Most of the people there were in CS, which is good. But I think there were a couple people that weren't and didn't know how to code. But it provided a huge advantage. extensively testing a mathematical concept. It's a lot easier when you have a computer do it. Exited my playlist again. Dang it. Should probably check that real quick. This is 2 hours of chill Mario music. Why have you done this, YouTube? Not that I don't like chill Mario music, but I hate that you drop me out of the playlist so frequently. Click back over to the other tab. Whoops. Now's the perfect time. Okay. Top 36K in the world on this. Whew. Tough turn, that one. Oh, that was a huge slowdown. Okay. A little too wide. It's really funny. I have a brother, and I would talk to him about some of the concepts I would learn at school. He dropped out of university because he was kind of bored by it. Wasn't a fan. It wasn't for him. But he would ask me questions about stuff I was learning, and he would be very combative sometimes. Where I'd be like, "Oh yeah, electricity travels through copper at the speed of light through copper." And he was like, "No, there's no way." I'm like, well, that's just what I learned in school. So it forced me to go learn more about the stuff I was learning in school, which was good in a way. But yeah, I mean, as soon as you start delving into quantum mechanics, I start to get a little nervous about what I'm getting myself into. Quantum mechanics are not my area of expertise. That's for sure. Oh. Always interested about quantum mechanics. I think this whole math stint actually started with a video about the superconductor that is gonna rock the world. I think it was South Korea. Some scientists in South Korea figured out how to make a superconductor that could work at room temperature, which is crazy. If you know the mechanics of superconductors, it's kind of nuts. So That'd be pretty exciting if that got widespread application eventually. So you're all for engineering? Any other interests? I mean, art, video games. I actually had a big... I liked English a lot. I find it fascinating where words come from. If I hadn't gone into engineering, it probably would have been, I would have gone into some sort of English degree, which I don't think would have, I don't know, I would have had to become a teacher, and I really don't want to be a teacher. So I didn't really entertain the thought of going into English at all. Also, I like psychology a lot. But I think part of it is because I think of the brain as a very complicated computer, and I'm like just fascinated with how it works. And all the glitches it can have. Which is why I took an abnormal psychology class in university for one of my generals. It's fascinating. Fascinating how little we know about the brain. We know a lot, don't get me wrong, but man. Like, one of the simplest questions is not really answered super well, and that is, where are memories stored? It's like, well, I mean, you have like recognition parts of your brain that recognize things. We know where those signals fire off in the brain, so we know where that happens. But it's not so simple that we can pinpoint, you know, where memories are stored. And exactly, that is, which they could just be stored all over the gray matter and in patterns of neurons, similar to like binary. But we don't know for sure, in great detail at least. And that's crazy to me. Also, the plasticity of the brain blows my mind. Plasticity is when one portion fails and the rest of the brain takes over. Neuroplasticity is what it's called. And it's just insane to me, because there are people that have had large chunks of their brains removed. In fact, one girl that we studied had half of her brain removed. I don't know. I think it was from a tumor or something that she had to have it removed. And she returned to like nearly full function because the remaining half of her brain took over all the jobs of the half of the brain that was gone. And that's just mind-blowing. Like, how does that even... Another crazy thing is that if you cut the corpus callosum, the bridge between the two hemispheres of the brain, which has to happen sometimes if people are having crazy amounts of seizures and medication isn't working for some reason. This isn't really like a medical thing that's done much anymore, because we have medications that are able to stop seizures like that. So it's not really considered a resort to stopping seizures, but it can, and it used to be a thing that doctors would have to do to stop seizures, consistent seizures. They just cut the brain in half pretty much, so the two halves aren't communicating with each other. And we watched videos of people that had this cut, and it was fascinating. They would be shown they'd be shown an image to one eye only, and the other half of their brain wouldn't know what it was shown. So they'd look with their left eye at something, and their right hand would not be able to draw it, but their left hand would. And there were just like super interesting tests that they did on them, showing them like different things to each eye, and just seeing the person piece together what each eye was being shown. It was very strange. Like there was just a sort of dissonance. Like one eye of one guy that was being tested, one eye was being shown the word toad and the other one stool. And his natural reaction, like he with his left hand was able to draw like a frog, an approximation of a toad. And he was like, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And then he with the other hand drew a stool. And he was like, oh yeah, because that eye's seeing stool, but the words were right next to each other, and it took him a moment to piece together. He was like, wait, so I guess I'm just seeing the word toadstool then. And it was just weird because it was just like, yeah, I don't know. You would think the brain would be able to connect that with how well it was conveying to him that toad was on one side and stool was on the other, but he had to really think about it to connect the two. So weird. So I think like psychology may have come before English in the things I wanted to study, now that I think about it. Part of the struggle is that I had fantastic English teachers all growing up. Like, they were easily my best teachers I had at any of the schools I went to. And so I was like, ooh, English is fun. It's great. But I hate math. But I found it interesting enough still that I wanted to become an engineer. For some reason. I have no idea why. But once I actually... my very last class being discrete math made me realize that I do find math fun in some cases. And it took a good teacher to get me to realize that. It was a good thing I had that teacher too, because I mean, the whole time in my degree, I was like thinking to myself, wow, why am I an engineer? I hate math. This sucks. It's not to say I was doing bad at any of my classes. I just didn't like it at all. Like I said before, Calc 1, I found extremely easy. I thought it was just a breeze. Doesn't mean I liked it though. Jeez, I've been on this one map for so long, as I've just been rambling. I think this song got copyright claimed. I thought I removed it from the playlist. Has YouTube left my playlist again? Classic freaking YouTube. A little while ago, a channel got found out for going around YouTube and finding songs that hadn't been copyright claimed and claiming them. And they like would repost them to their Spotify account to like try to give some validity to them claiming the videos. It's just messed up. They got away with it for a long time, and yeah. The reparations the guy paid were teeny. He got that in the order of millions of dollars, tens of millions, and then the court was like, "Hey, we're gonna fine you $800,000." It's like barely anything compared to what he's gotten, and they're like, "And we're gonna put you in prison for," it was something really short. It was like 2 years or something, and the reason they even put him in that long is because they considered him a risk of being a repeat offender. So they knew that he'd probably just go back to doing it again. But they were just like, oh yeah, to put him in for 2 years. That'll probably do. That's just insane because he's gonna get out and he's still gonna have, you know, like tens of millions of dollars. For nothing, essentially. He didn't do anything. He just went onto YouTube and claimed a bunch of videos that weren't his. Absurd stuff. YouTube really needs to get their crap together on that front. This dang map. No. I mean, I've got to beat it before I end stream for sure. Buckle in for a 24-hour stream. Just kidding. I'm surely going to get it within the next, 20 runs probably. Right? I have to. Waiting for 5 more attempts. Yeah, that'll come when we hit the hour. If I'm still doing the same map. Which I really don't have. I don't want that to happen again. I'll do anything to make sure that doesn't happen again. I'll even focus for a second if I need to. No faith, huh? No faith at all. This map is the bane of my existence. In spite of being a kind of fun map, I enjoy it. Back when you first joined the stream and I first started playing Trackmania and was playing the campaign then, I was stuck on that one map that had multiple laps, and I hated it. I hated it by the end. This one? Not so much. I don't hate it yet. I find it mildly annoying that I can't get it, but I don't hate it. Ooh, I had to slow down a lot. I'm gonna need you to stay true to your word this time. Yeah, I will. I never broke my word, right? I don't think I did. I never gave my word that it would only be 5 more attempts. Probably. I'd like to think I didn't. I thought I made my way around it, you know? I don't think I promised anything. Maybe I said like 5 more attempts for real this time or something like that. That's not the same thing as giving your word, surely. Oof. Flipping that light post really slowed me down. Very close. Crap. You might be right, but just know I still have proof. What proof? What proof could you possibly have? I forgot to delete that bot. I intended to. Maybe it's not too late. You haven't recorded. No. Dang it. My one weakness. Come on. That was the run, too. Those might be. I glanced over to read your chat. Got a little distracted. Nah, I'm kidding, Lil. I mean, hey, I wouldn't. Where am I? Oh my gosh. Am I getting gaslit? Which direction? I don't know. Oh. There we go. Gotta get a good turn here. That's not bad. Uh-oh, a little wide. No. It's such a good lead in the beginning, and then I lose it so fast. No. The pole. I think YouTube unshuffled my playlist again. It's all the Xenoblade Chronicles music. I'm not gonna complain, it's great music. But what the heck, YouTube? I hit the shuffle button. Why have you done this to me? What is happening to me? I'm falling apart at the beginning now. Turn a little bit too much in the air. Hit the light post. Dang it all. I was gonna take that turn as tight as I possibly could. It's the only way I was making Dak a lead. I always cut it close to that edge. I usually don't clip it. Come on. Lost a lot of speed there. It's fine. That's pretty clean. Oh no. Oh, I lost the lead at the very end. We're only 20 minutes out. Gotta finish this within the next 20 minutes. Oh yes, we've got the GOAT Fire Emblem song. Turn this up for myself. God-Shattering Star is a banger. No. Oh, it was so clean. So clean until that turn. So clean you could have taken a cotton swab and swabbed it, put it in a petri dish, and nothing would have grown. It would have been immaculate. What a catchphrase. I think to turn it into a catchphrase I need to say like, dang, put that in a petri dish. You know, to substitute it for the phrase that was clean. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's a new phrase. Seems like a weird phrase, but dang, it goes hard in nerdy circles. Put that in your petri dish and test it. Is that something? I don't know. Whew. Getting close here. the light post, but I'm still doing okay. How am I still okay here? Woo. Ah, dang it. Put that under a microscope. Great start. Oh no, I clipped the corner. That's so much speed lost. Oh, okay. This is it. This is it. Been close for a long time. There's a little bug flying around. How the heck did you get in here? Ooh. Ooh. I could have survived it if I just held that turn a little bit longer. Did I get the book? I don't see any guts on my hands. Well, that may have been something, maybe. I hope I got it. It's the only way I'm going to be able to get this gold. Be too distracted otherwise. Yes, it was. Hi, pup. Such a good girl. Yes, that was the only thing holding me back. I hope I can finish it soon. 12 minutes left. Have you ever dabbled in animation, Sleepy? The reason I bring it up is because I'm planning on doing some today, probably. Starting some work on some. Let's see how far I actually get with it. But I do intend to make a YouTube video out of it, which will force me to finish the project. That's one of the nicest things about making YouTube videos for stuff. Wait, sorry, repeat the question. Have you ever animated before or dabbled in animation? So I know you're big into art. Oh, you have? Nice. I too have dabbled. I have not gotten very far. Animatics? Ah, I see. You're gonna have to explain to me the difference. It's like short looping animation, or what? What is an animatic versus an animation? I need to be educated. So I think an animation, I think of an animation like a cartoon show with all the different frames. Okay, so what is an animatic then? Is it an animation made in an attic? Is that the is that the difference? I think I get it. Oh, an animatic is a mix of animation and it's frames that are not animated. Okay. Oh, okay. So it would be, I think it's a little offensive to call it a slideshow. But like the bridge between animation and a slideshow, would that be the is that a good assessment? Yeah, kind of like that. Oh, okay. Because I've seen the word before, but I never fully understood like what it was referring to. Slow me down a lot. Oh. Most frames are like slideshows while other frames are animated. Yeah, I've seen a few like that. Where instead of, you know, doing every single mouth flap, they'll just have like a character with their mouth open, they'll have the dialogue said, and then it'll cut to a different sequence where the character like slaps another character that's fully animated, that cuts back to a conversation piece or something. I know what you're talking about now. It's all coming together. But it's also done in an attic, right? Like... Oh, exactly, yes. I knew I was right. See, this is the beautiful thing about stream delay. I can get you to verify and corroborate something that's not true by just waiting momentarily and bundling it with the rest. It's perfect. No, I said, I gave you the description that you said exactly to, but then I said, but it's also done in an attic, right? And then you said exactly. So I take that as verification. You did not. Hey, rewind the VOD. Hey, it's there. It's there. And you said exactly. It's gospel now. 6 more minutes to get this. Could be, you never know. Come on. Shockingly, I haven't gotten super bored of this map yet, which is a feat. Oops, hit a button. What is that? Shows placements, I guess. I don't know. It's only me playing the map, so doesn't do much. Oh, come on. Dang white posts. An animatic could also be an entire slideshow without animated frames. Okay. I understand. But it often has a mix. The only ones I've seen have had a mix. Maybe I just haven't gotten into the world of animatics far enough. Thank you, Sleepy. I feel enlightened. I understand. I understand now. Attic animations make a lot of sense. I would never have understood on my own. Sorry, animatics. I feel like I'm so stupidly close. I've gotten far enough ahead in the first checkpoint to get a gold. If I just did the rest as well as my PB. Not even better. I don't even have to be better. Just as well as. What is happening now? I'm clipping the outside. Now the beginning is inscrutable. I don't understand. How did this happen? How could this happen to me? Shocked I didn't jump out there. Thank you, Sleepy. I didn't think to say the next line. Come on. Give me a break, light posts. I deserve it. I deserve a break. It happened again. My brain's getting into the groove of just doing that over and over again. It's not good. shoot. Get caught up to here. And then some. Oh, we're almost to 5 more runs. We're nearly there. You stand by the 5 more runs? Good. Good. Because we're hitting it right now. Only 5 more left. Starting now, of course. Got some F-Zero music to back me up, surely. Oh, come on. Only 5 more runs. That's all we got left. That one didn't count because I hit the light post. Anyone where I hit the light post doesn't count. Or a sign. And I did hit that sign, I think, before I reset. Woo. Oh, I got slowed down somewhere though. I'm so slow. No. We could still catch up right here. Unless we land sideways. That's not gonna do it. Okay. Put that in a petri dish. Oh. Not this though. This is dirty as heck. Oh. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. It was only 5 runs. Ugh, freedom. I am so done with this map. No, I said exit. Don't put me back in. Oh. Okay, we only have 4 left in this campaign to get golds on, and then I want to go back. And maybe someday I'll get the author medal on this one too, but that's a long ways out. I want to get as many author medals as I can this season. I think it would be fun, but difficult. Anyway, thank goodness we end on a positive note. How long has this been going? 2 hours and 6 minutes of that map. Holy cow. We're finally done. That took way longer than it should have. Thanks, Sleepy. Thank you. Oh, okay. Well, this is where I'll wrap up then. Perfect timing. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. It was fun. It was fun. It's good to get back into Trackmania again. I had a hankering for it. I needed to play some more. But yeah, anyway, see ya. Have a good one.